So when I was a preteen, my dad wanted my family to start attending church. So he took me and my younger sister to several churches around Fort Worth. And I remember an experience I had at one specific church. This was the late 1900s, so there was no social media or internet that you could just hop on to check service times. So we had gone up to the church on a Sunday morning and asked someone who was coming out what time the next service started. And she responded very simply, "Your service is about to start." And I didn't know what she meant until we got up to the building and checked the times. The Spanish service was about to start. In that moment, whether intentional or not, she had made an assumption and a distinction that our service was different than hers. While yes, I am of Mexican heritage, my sister and I did not and still do not speak Spanish. So attending a Spanish service made us feel like we did not belong in that church. I don't remember anything from that church except for the fact that I felt like I didn't belong and that we never went back. In contrast, I remember every moment about my first visit to LifeGate. I remember how I was guided into the parking lot and greeted with smiles at the front door. I remember how easy it was to check my kids into Life Kids and how the worship music made me feel. I remember feeling like I was the best of friends with Pastor Amber as she guided my little family to the Easter photo area. I remember how Pastor Chad stood and still stands in the lobby ready and excited to meet all the new guests. I remember every moment because I felt welcome. In fact, my favorite sign that the greeters hold is the one that says, "You belong here." 3 simple words with a colossal message. I believe that's why the value of creating moments is so important to LifeGate, so that every person that walks through the doors feels not only seen, but welcome, so that God can do the rest. He is changing lives. The Apostle Paul taught the early church in Romans 15 about welcoming their neighbors into the church. Accept one another as Christ has accepted you to bring praise to God.